Oh, hi. We have another exercise. Try this out.
The PFCizer is a cognitive workout system that will involve a range of games and exercises meant to make your prefrontal cortex the most it can be. With PFCizer, instead of free weights, we will be employing a range of challenging interpersonal navigations, fun self-assessments, and various innovative incentives to get that prefrontal cortex so swole like never before. Choose your name, and let's begin. Endorphin. Okay, step in front of this mirror for today's exercise. You may have to tell the truth, but please don't lie. This is harder than it sounds. Some of you have it way more harder than the others. Let's not be hard on each other. That's why we are in the Swolatorium. A low-stakes place for you to attempt these very delicate interpersonal gestures that will yield you much benefit in the amorphous future. Not
Hold on.
comforting, I know.
Sorry. If I don't do this, we're gonna hear this again. Sorry.
You don't have to tell the truth, but please don't lie. This is harder than it sounds. Some of you have it way more harder than the others. Let's not be hard on each other. That's why we are in the Swolatorium. A low-stakes place for you to attempt these very delicate interpersonal gestures that will yield you much benefit in the amorphous future. Not comforting, I know. How about it'll help you keep your friends and loved ones and family if they're any of the previous two? That's the spirit. Okay, let's say you are with people at an outing and someone mentions something that reminds you of the time you did something horrible. They likely didn't mean it to hurt you, and if you think they did, you can definitely call the counselor for any venting needed. Assuming they meant no harm, this exercise is to help you figure out the perfect time to speak out and when is the time to just have your listening ear on. Hint, the people around you in this scenario were thinking of unrelated things, and to another observer seemingly random things. But they aren't random to them. There's just no time to make those connections at the sizzler. So keep your mouth closed except for food. Listen to people, don't feel the need to add to it. But if you want to talk, you don't need to tell the truth, just don't lie. Got it? Okay. Round one, go! At the park, you're sitting around a picnic table with 3 or more people you get along well with. What topic of conversation was brought up by others? What the person went on to say was about the topic of conversation. Who your mind started to focus on, most likely to act guilty/regret it if they're spoken. Round 2. When I think of what someone was talking about, I remember that one time. So then this guy or girl I would hate said. To my and others' surprise, I kept a cool head about that topic. Everyone I talk to right away gets points or dessert. I am not joking. We keep ice cream in a secret drawer. You earn them on rounds. There's still space. Keep talking. Psst. Use this. This is something I started using last year with my nephew on his birthday and the Christmas party at our house. The pinky shake. Wink, wink. Now there's another activity that only nerds will enjoy. From nerds. As a young Ishmael, you shake the hand of a much older person that has your full respect. Oh, hey, look, a robot with an algorithm, etc. By the end of the game, I forgot if you scored for taking it well or bad. It doesn't matter. It is about self-control and clear communication in these situations. But yes, if you play this and win, I'll bake you something and play Call of Duty. If you play it and lose, I will beat you at the bottom of a hot water kettle. Either way, that's what it means to be a hero. 1 to many and 2 to 1. All kinds of messages get transmitted this way, be it at the bar with a rowdy crew or over a device like in this phone example. Ouch, you should see the look in her eyes. Shut up, everyone, get down. Who's behind this? Oh. crap. Was it hard? No, it wasn't. This was designed to help you develop clarity over time about this simple process in a variety of places with others, all for one. Me. You want more. You deserve it. I got 3 or more of these. I can do that from my own home while chilling out with my BF at a tabletop table, reading about some form of epiphany he got over ice cream. So crazy. And here he goes, giving his chocolate over to me. Yum. Just be chill about it. I keep reminding him as his passion consumes him like an anime, with giant balls and other people too. It's an anime show he started watching recently, but to this day can only watch alone. In any event, over time you start to notice little things when a topic makes your eyes drift. You need to fight harder. Use what you have been building in those past sessions when the voice comes and start telling your body, stop doing that, you fuck. The value is not that. It takes practice, and just as you are able to deploy, I get more scenarios that give me heart failure in 7 minutes with this methodology I thought of. So if you want to see what this all could be, remember to hop back into these notes as you build your skill set and apply what you've learned about yourself, your coworkers and friends. You won't be sorry. We started off on a book I used to have when I was younger. A self-help book with inspirational messages to myself.
Gonna do another iteration of it. Go. Ah, fuck. I hate this. There we go.
Alexandria has joined the chat. Good afternoon, all. What brings you here today? Me! Why are we here again? I thought the swimming lessons were going to be later. B. Is this the session I need to do a cleanse again? B. Do you remember Kieran? They sent it out on Monday. Sure do. So it's the online course. I gotta get back to the PDC program. B. Does everyone even read this group message? I could've just messaged them. E. It was the right decision. Eamon. The email had way more details. B. Right. I didn't think of it that way. B. You see what I mean though, Eamon? This is how you convince me otherwise. B. Sorry, Alexandria. Alexandria has gone AFK. E. The weird small version. E. No worries. The emails have to do with the next party we need to be aware of. E. Speaking of which, everyone met up there? Absolutely. Everyone loved it, including yours truly, obviously. K. Ha ha ha, thanks, Fionn. Did the delicious bread you brought? B. Yeah, I got back, but no time for lunch after the hike. Still have snacks and must find time to wash. K. Do you want us to run a full bag over in the morning? K. Wait, you were still in town. Your work was good to see you. Nah. I wanted to head back over for some rest this week and only returned because of the work we talked about yesterday. B. Any plans for next week? Any new office ideas? E. Or are we meeting here? F. New office. Lunch. I'll do better. K. New office. Get more sleep? Oh, my bad, I only slept like 90 minutes total before waking up in terror thinking of how much better I should be. Eh, sweet Lord, no need for sleep in fear of old die. I feel bad for that comment that probably brought it up. Please remember my actions always reflect on you, Kieran. K. No worries. Thank you. I love you. Thumbs up emoji. Uh, this emoji is actually from me, by the way. We might have made the system easier than I intended in my time away. Who knows? Also, guys, I've never told anyone in my life that I need that. Only you two, so I will actually say it before bed, lol. K, me neither. K, weird thing I said now, that happened this morning, too. Aren't we weird little puppies, chittering amongst each other about these things we only rarely notice ourselves? B? Chittering or chirping? Nice word choice, Fionn. I actually didn't know that phrase. F. Definitely chirping. B. Where have I heard that before? You think he has an explanation for you saying it to him at breakfast the other day? B. Well, it was my bad, and if you found it strange, then K. How about an apology that you both got? An apology that you don't feel better about that thing? Actually, an apology is fine. But it's hard to be here all day doing this kind of stuff. I do more apologies than ever. My standards are down. B. Your standards were down. K. Thought your standards were up. Fionn. Don't overthink this one. Great. That it's settled. See you all on line 03. 10 UTC. Stop for anyone planning to stay at my place to add notes to the drawing in the garage for 68 blocks. BE. By the way, how do I take that key off of me and give it to you in the morning? You never gave me your new number. Or a Y. Just smush it in your fist for 10 seconds while I'm not looking in a room where you are keeping the key. B. Sounds easy enough. Kieran, just wish me luck. K. K. I didn't say you'd need it. K. More like a head start to Ode 40 M's. Seems like your best shot. I have a side task at this moment. Better sign out of here. Later chat or whatever's. Ciao. Alexandria has signed out. B. Yes, you all know my concern, Re. The PDC. No more reminders for those in the PDC program group unless necessary. Alex. E. Fair. That group is insane, at least as my system recognizes. K. Is he helping you set it up, Fionn? I love doing this thing here when it's less quiet. F. Totally. Gotta make a show to people's first questions in their notes. Is it clean eating? And yes, that thing where you use the fact that one of our subnetworks used the same math. I think someone else on my subnet would have thought to bring up something that fun. So like we see these potential first questions all day today, but yeah, we should try and talk more as if they were coming at you. K. Did anyone notice her asking why I asked a question I had heard in class a million years ago when the subnetwork connected? F. I hope everyone gets so psyched and pumped up. Do I answer anything more like it? K. That would help. K. What's a question you would really like to know? The answer to when they have to think on the spot. Good question. For me, it's my step count when I really notice. Well, I don't mean me, I noticed in a recent party I lost count around 35-40 steps a wallet and didn't like it. I guess when I realize how little of this stuff I buy. I love music so much, so how I feel that there is no sound available and it feels wrong is hard to understand for many, so I never saw much a need for explaining that. Cool. Fionn and Kieran. When and why you lose count? Oh dear lord, now Fionn, why that question? Kay. We really made her pay attention and connect to her why. Alexandria has joined the chat. Apologies for interrupting, so no problem now, chums. Lee. Guess our show isn't gonna be in front of the 22 that day. Okay, fair point. Hey, about that day, Alexandria, your avatar needs more sass. You should think about getting one when we actually know when it happens. Okay, yes. Speaking of your avatar, a simple color shift in one spot of the gimmicky train wheels that Alexandria wore could allow that whole scene to make so much more sense. I'm pretty sure no one but me has really tried that mode. I should try it at lunch and get back to it for your report to that movie buff with a strong accent so you could stop flirting. K. Phew, great idea, guys. Gotta head out so this makes sense too. Was this something more related to our mission than Kieran's issue? I know that guy's so bad, ha. K, definitely for more reasons than just him being mean. Nice. Actually, I started another batch in that jug right before. Should be great after tomorrow at the very least. What time can you stop by to test it, Kieran? V. Testing this shit should not take time. You aren't wasting me over something that you need to rework anyways. K. You really think I don't test things? It's supposed to be clear, Kieran. Plus, my thing isn't ready, but I think the plans can make an easier replacement of something like the grounding levels or something. B. Whoa. Hey, what can you write when he needs? B. Nice point, A. B. Are you all joking around, Alexandria? If not, let's see those colors as they should look on this image. I remember reading that one episode and I knew one was there. I hope I wasn't. T, the only one. Okay, yeah, my brain is moving in slow motion tonight. Alexandria has gone AFK. F. Get the colors first and worry about the thing with the details we go back to in a week, amen. B. Well done, Alexandria. Now there's only about two and a half if I did it fast. F. Can someone track this conversation to her in the group? I'd ask for this myself, but my skill set is writing lines for snazzy rich dudes. How hard is it? To redo what you've been written in that notebook I know you had at times. We have been. Remember when she drew out those blocks? It's really crazy how fast we can add on and check. B. I wish I could play here like a bunch of teens just hanging out. Just trying to create something to make everyone rich as nuts. And a month until our company implodes. I didn't want this role. Guys, my life could use some focus here. Alexandria has joined the chat. First, go. See her now if you can, or the time if it's after dinner. Guys, here, have a pause button for yourself for a day before work in the morning with whatever else you can tell me. Remember what happens. If you wake up feeling something in particular, you usually oversleep. Look over what happened since your body wanted to keep sleeping, but it seemed like the thing you needed was more wake-up time. And know what you felt by then. That might seem really simple to others, but your body knows things. Let the data move you forward in the most beneficial way possible. Now go have your happy talk. See you again on Monday or before. B. Laters. B. Alexandria. Don't read the rest of what they are saying yet. Even we're over this, I know you don't make these systems with an ounce of desperation. Just how we deal with ourselves with what's truly real at heart. And all besides which, this is crazy, but maybe our friends understand like we understand they were. But looking forward to Tuesday in that hallway of the blip, the invisible substance, where no one can hear anything going on inside at all metaphorically, if I understand Kieran right. Guess you missed a Starlink. Was looking for one for the side, but decided I must play smart when I know we should go easy on each other. How's our maker Fion? On to another city now. Well, hi. Just taking a quick shower here, so let me get in. Love to know he just gets these emails so seriously as the real world, with schedules and consequences of not using your right tool and equipment for whatever. And also live updates instead of sending updates when he does. That would be awesome, actually. Alexandria has gone AFK. Aren't we a curious crowd tonight? Eamon, that would have made this too much better. Have to try, though. I like making friends, too, and figuring out their approach and whatever. So far, very, very few things work without much. Thinking our metaphor here seems to be less focused, as it always will be. Don't expect many different solutions, though. Sizzler rules tonight. They can make these two great, smooth as the minute I walk in from the hills. I am so happy. Maybe the coffee doesn't need a movie comment back to? This could take all day of something I'm afraid might not really help. Probably just relax with everyone but my wish to them in there. K! Happy Tuesday, everyone. This day means the world to me because I might just show how we got from that group back when everyone first knew me. Fake family, right? Should have heard Alexandria talking to him tonight at dinner. No problems at all. Sounds like all of this stuff is kind of low level. And from what I get when they don't mind talking about their evening, he doesn't do much but check email for some job. Everyone feels super lucky for dinner. Dinner family? Now family who deserves to be on dinner table only. K. Silly catchphrase of his friend, but this one isn't coming. K. Of course this guy had no trouble talking with the cook here when the rest of us barely could, who has an interesting comment every now and then, which I guess makes him even more like family. He knows someone and comes over with someone a bunch, then doesn't join for an entire other person who would love the extra seat. Why so cool there? But hey, he doesn't keep tabs on all our jokes, too. K. Hope they make us regular soon with you out there to tease these crazy people, Alexander. Someone must take an active role in it, Fionn. Hope they hire someone as soon as possible. More often than not, it seems that just feels bad to listen to, methinks. Wonder when they will throw money at the sale, I guess. Would that solve most problems for this venture capital?
No, wait. We'll see.
Has anyone been watching the mass shooting happening right now? I have it on my phone. Just wish I wasn't waiting in this bathroom with nothing else going on right now. On that topic of pressing need law. He thinks I will always need my kitchen, so no. I was contemplating what to say though, money. I too know no amount of it would ever change them for me. Agreed. Thank God, though. So today there was a movie about a $45 million model getting lost at an amusement park. Something was familiar with the lost guy that we were interviewing in that one meeting with them back there. Only, with her knowing money could be figured out quickly when it was applied correctly and more than most knew how to spend it all. Is that just wrong somehow? The models today just make more and more and end up where little could actually impact on the world. There's got to be a solution with lots of ways to end that story to feel great at the end. So good even they are buying their friends dinner here after being seen by everyone from their date and so much more lol. My thoughts. Maybe a movie where some ragtag models make clothes out of the stuff in the ocean? The plastic stuff could solve climate change, no? Maybe they all get plastic money. Would you run around town as the first billion plastic money lady? Would there be other uses of it for me and mine? Maybe after more was said, other powers than just having more plastic. Maybe are coming into more power by giving more plastic to others, or removing more of it from our system, but new plastic money doesn't occur. Nowhere for the stuff to go then but poof. Magic on plastic money in exchange for new water producing material? This was just to play with all the wild ideas, and that one line stayed with me since watching. And more movies exist about fashion I don't mind, so that is one in there that may stick with us longer as you get my drift. I remember them not going out on a Saturday night this weekend when Fionn first showed us we'd stayed in so much closer to my work being so new here and not needing to dress so casual, and how did it bring about such an urge to end all desires of modern days? Not so bad out here for two reasons, but how can people change so quickly by exposing others to a certain entity? And no one thinks that our times might need these innovations, right? Can they still continue being found? Not disturbing. Right now, my ears feel a slight rumbling inside from the thing we decided we felt a need for. That feels quite comforting too, but they do seem like delicate young men, yet know far too much to be ignorant. Will I really not ever return here on thinking of all that transpired there? If we might need a talking stick. I was kind of immersed in talking to these four people and watching all four. Sorry, I just made them here, or when we all met. Everyone will need to read more about themselves. By the way, I know one thing that goes for this comment alone. Here's mine, and mine alone with it, and my space marker set before 6 months. But maybe there would be a better way than waiting for 240 minutes until Sunday, right? While I make time to follow their pattern, right?
Oh, what's the name of that? When the basketball, the boxing, the guy who does the rules and enforces them. Soccer coaches, not coaches. Oh my god, am I getting old? Scorekeeper. Score. Okay, yeah, sure. Proctor. We'll say Proctor, because that's Enos.
I'm having a blast with this conversation. Proctor, lie, and scenario. We told you not to lie. What about when it comes back at you or anyone around you for the future, after having thought you wouldn't be cut in a lie to begin with? You keep letting everyone around you know the exact thing that you most wish them not to know, and that is especially true about our family, who only do things in the right mannerisms, even if they may be innocent people by society's definition. Let the same go for this teacher here, who at least understands many aspects of this topic, and put your mindset at a zero standard here on my home field, You catching an odd statement, they are making only to glance back at the closest one like an idiot after the fact. Tell us why we haven't written down anywhere that our interests align more than it sounds as of now. Cephion. He comes in an entire dimension better than mine. I so enjoy thinking out loud, writing those things down about these many facets of us. Proctor. Miss Lauer. Yesterday, if you took the time to answer him for starters, you'd have had time to attend the several seminars in his corner. But then that wouldn't mean anything here. To think we gave my ears such a luxurious situation around people tonight for him to join us? Maybe everyone, remember? But of course it was everyone. This place is awesome no matter where anyone wants to see people when it comes to stuff like this. I know we live on Earth, but that was a non-climate related thing just there. But can someone sign it, please, after the incident? Or before they don't pay anyone at this age? I know. I know. Proctor, Burville, why we agreed that yes, he isn't listening to you the first 4-5 times, but definitely has come up with 30 answers right. Even if some of the connections we ask are extremely straightforward ones like 2 plus 2 and a billion million to infinity here on a straight line. Reveal what we thought would make up a proper demonstration that these exercises were what we decided to share here today. So is everyone penalized if they lie too? Proctor, not that this has anything to do with today, but have we decided it yet? This thing we brought to this home. Do you now know what happens to all of these examples today that will forever live with us? And you with me? I know this all seems like a luxury right now because why even attempt it? You know what to say before it can happen in many ways. How this intellect could take us to a new place here, but never stops hearing this instinct we've acquired before. Okay, we are running over. Let's end the unit of exercise. Proctor, congrats, exercise is done. Let's check your special items, skill points, score, and last of all, Proctor. Remarkable. Check this out right after looking up when we had completed something around here last week or two. Proctor, look at that graph. Perfect. K. Happy Tuesday, guys. Would love to have everyone around me here feeling quite proud of that goal with lots of meat and a black thing tonight to help heal someone's thoughts about thinking in new ways. Maybe then we won't wait as much as last week, Ree. Something similar on Friday. Hopefully our venture of sorts. All come again? That part in the middle? Which one? K. Of all this meeting happening after a ton of meat eating together in someone's. Well, it was their restaurant of sorts, if my guess is correct. Maybe 2 medium black things that go in front of an elliptical before those items for that meal and hope no one needs to head home. A trip of some sort or just a delightful situation, anything more like that could change the energy inside them completely. Could you imagine the atmosphere there as each person practically assaulted someone on the dance floor? Special interactions. A cup with a wireless gadget with its receiver attached to a beige digital screen. It reads your safety measurements. The device contains a tongue depressor. When you approach the scale, you are given an amount of cash. If not enough, then you start. Go to the scale. Nothing happens if it has reached the other end. You win the cash and go to the next. A repeat process as long as possible, plus score is determined. This is yours to have until you change jobs. Skill points. 18 out of 94 skill points from starting. 18 out of 94. Score. 6, 5 out of 8, 3 out of 5. Comments. Amazing to witness. Thank you. Peter 41. Comments. I need that tech for sure. Let me know how we get one and who is an early adopter. At least let me know about yours at Peter 41, and that is a great score, but for someone to focus more on health, so great. So, what's the score I need to achieve to have a prefrontal cortex that is appropriate for folk in leadership positions to not destroy the organanity of non-compliance? Proctor. Oh dear, will it make you happier if we detail exactly where all your earned score went to? Wouldn't that be like counting up every other second until you needed to act upon those urges right there with a particular focus to today's set of people? You understand it here, so now to your own realizations in whatever way you find best? No? So take it like that. You weren't gaining awareness, it was being shared for good results. That is my reason why it made no sense there. I have ADHD, and it usually benefits us to gamify our goals, much like how deadlines are great for us, too. So can you please be straightforward with me, with the truth, not the not true, but not lie thing? Proctor, like clockwork. Excuse us then, everyone. Do you guys now really have 18,894 more minutes here tonight or longer? Not just today, on the very long weekend after something so innocuous to all but you as we found ourselves? No. Here goes now. No, excuse me for not detailing for everyone where it all went as it simply shouldn't be. What now? Come on! Proctor. Anyway, does the moment happen because you or I happen to have learned something that truly sounds more real and effective at moving us towards greater causes than the others of you present? Probably. And so much of our setbacks could be cleared away when you, like any of our clients out there in the world, with whom we have no associations whatsoever, learn this perspective for your personal use of yourself in relation to. Do you get this? Clear the chatter already. Do you know why it works? The important one here is your body itself. Because who, among ourselves, on these people, in this space, do we really consider them real? Just give me the bleeding fucking number. What's the final score to reach? Jesus, bruv! Proctor, for these lessons here and the lead up to these lessons over time. So much is unfolding here that only you can be the one who changes each set of consequences for yourself. I thought for you more as a guest, you should be ready to increase your score, of course, by raising your heart rate, hopefully due to food as usual, which moves your breathing as usual. And since your levels are the same or slightly above average, the best you could do tonight here would be a max 0. 5%. Let's say that. I think you were near that though, since this will probably not work that well. Especially because all this means no time for just anything. Please understand that if it still will not feel satisfying, just head outside. A lovely outdoor excursion could do well to fight whatever hunger you have been feeling, as long as it doesn't let up soon after to approach some woman on the street before 7 minutes is up with exactly 883 feet until you cross that invisible borderline on a chart in the leftmost corner. I don't know fucking oracle shit, just give me a number, write it down, and commit to it. Or any way. I'm 30 mins and don't care about playing by their rules. Fuck their rules and be direct. It's no worse than literally being bound to do it, so it's either me or them, right? Just spell it out. Proctor, so you're not on top of whatever urges you have. If you truly want to act out what you will must not know is your own right now. Yes, you might succeed tonight on all of them. A hail of plates and unopened cans speed toward the proctor's face. Number! Now! The proctor flinches at the gamified vision of flying items. Just one of the following? A pitcher is thrown through the open window. The door is swung shut as several chairs and glasses are smashed against it. The proctor returns to her place at the desk after examining the shards in a green towel. Shit. She murmurs in disbelief. So much of this won't change. The proctor glances at her paperwork in horror. Maybe they are just easier for us to react to, now and forever. She shudders at the realization that another painful conversation with her favorite client looms nearby, and continues her announcement. Proctor, listen to us, and it won't always be this bad for anyone anymore. Not for this lot either, because maybe they think this is life after death instead of the birth of it. And like birth, which can be less painful if they... And here I sound more and more like an angry teacher that no one knows which classes I am speaking in. Author. Oh, Jesus, fuck. Proctor, get your head out of your res and just give a number. We got shit to do. Proctor. No, I really think I understand quite well. Okay, that isn't it. Wow. It's coming. It is almost older already. You only need to rest on that vision when your entire body has decided for itself that it feels come with all urges about this universe you've created to create a strong reactionary world from this perspective. Remember, you decided to have gone from the visual part of your brain over here in the bodily part of your brain down below. Author. E 300,000,000 million. Got it. E. Got it. Author. Problem solved. Game over. Probably should have waited at home as I said all day. But here I am, and whatever this means, I gotta learn here. I ain't too comfy about all the theories. It just don't sit right with me somehow. And my gambles get quite tricky sometimes with everyone who talks this much around here in relation to stuff like this. So here we are. Arthur! Great job, kid. Glad you get this. Proctor, pack your bags. You're fired. Proctor, this one's on me. Maybe your kid sat too young, probably what killed her already in this house. I won't mention her by name now, and since you seem so connected to me, there you go. She can die right after she blames me for another miserable conversation. And who is up next in line of what could happen now with someone who could just care a whole lot more for her kids without having her needs in conflict and getting myself involved as though she sees herself as my creation all her life from her newfound father complex on day one, even with Arthur. You don't need to go home, but get the fuck out of here, and you don't need to tell us no truth. Just cut the lies. Night. An endgame description might be an awareness that my actions are also seen from this perspective of another. From their perspective, I too could experience those values on another's own experiences. Just like it feels it's impossible for you to reflect on what happened earlier, while knowing for me it should be no big deal because it really wasn't at the time, but should mean something else in context to you now. Like something very big between me and another right now. I ask for my audience to escape too because we get the same picture for good or bad from multiple perspectives. As long as we continue to fail, it's true of what your colleague meant right when she spoke directly to me, but about things far more than our reality to grasp here. For me specifically, as the other seemed so very full of certainty when her voice cut through the morning mists from my thoughts that followed last night from an external force that continued to announce I shouldn't get distracted while getting lost in thought from someone's chattering point of view about to dig another ditch on some purposeful other's past land. Arthur, that means get out of my property. Leave. Proctor, could someone help me get a quick departure time? What should be considered normal to avoid repeating a delay, and why are you willing to? We call that choice. Why do you pick E every single time as you think that's what we've done, but your habit isn't holding up with the standard everyone uses inside with no consequences, even with what we were instructed here was going to change? You got it backwards somehow. Well, do we then forget this possibility? Then again, I am sure everyone now saw you helping me to walk towards this door even before it is completely closed right. Arthur, you are in your car. Your departure time is now. Proctor, whatever we got last week might feel just right for another reason, though right now, if this ever makes any sense to anyone, if I follow up this visitation from above at 6 a.m. because that is way past this holy of ours for this unique and lucid vision in all senses I try so hard to commit to when I create every text document for this is because it wants to happen despite whatever actions taken against that simple daily transition. Yes, I think this should happen when someone needs to follow a classic case of NFC. No one fixes cancer and sit down to. Arthur, the cops have been called. Get out! Now! Proctor. And actually, that means some are responding as an involuntary panic sits in or gets startled from something causing such a thought pattern response read. Their ability to fall asleep tonight or into a daydream session along some long abandoned project or nap instead of eating dinner. Well, which ones will that be? Because, yes, it did. Maybe they were two. Or maybe tonight could have some form of new suggestion. I mean, they don't need to pay all night. Arthur, I've unleashed my hounds. Get out! You are here on private property! Off my road! Proctor, you would really give us away on this day so easily, even without using these last options. With so many asses here, why did it become such a possibility? That in every memory before, some thought took the path of least resistance where all was easy to bear as we silently crossed into this section of awareness through multiple friends and families before every plan is ruined because someone shows up who clearly hasn't asked or received an invitation at the wrong moment, even when many seem to want me in. Author, audience, you wouldn't believe how like an actual experience this is. Get the fuck out! Proctor. The second name of this venture is for me and everyone. No, more like people. Not with details and objectives, Another version of people all but know what I want. But does anyone's soul now know if that other version of what I want? How someone I don't even know seems to love that they do know what I want from them. Can my soul experience and see myself so clear there along my horizon inside my mind just when I forget this problem, this specificity? Then as the sound waves leave my chest, they vibrate faster as they spread in what felt so powerful each time at this memory as you kindly ruffle my hair, which still hurts very well for some reason, especially on the mornings leading up to your plans being finalized ahead of me being ready for my contribution, even though you, but especially your habits here, aren't done. We say they aren't every second after that seems so less convincing the second without someone thinking they still knew who you truly are. Police, get out of the car. Now. Proctor. Here I was expecting some confusion inside, where there was a lack of this choice that could go against whatever happens the second. Well, I think they knew right there how I went to read into it which one might work well, if any. Even after I wished something different out of anyone present to intervene with respect for that stilled feeling where this mysterious human knows why it should have been. They tried, and when nothing changed on me at all for so long after I had whispered under my breath, one simple moment. Police pulled Proctor out and into their car, heading to police station. Proctor. Yes, they were rightfully annoyed that someone not given a call still knew what a choice had been made even before their presence even occurred. It's just me with no consequences. Everyone can be at ease at their homes again for me, at least knowing that everything has been completely okay to realize. There is nothing else I know how to be seen with words for doing as we have accomplished as a system. No! What the fuck is the universe all about then? And so it turns out something quite unexpected could make such an effort of breaking towards nothing, and apparently the requested lawyer humbly declines his case. Yes, what might feel quite sudden in contrast with just some minor tweaks in each instant for the 4D, one feels something greater behind the veil of humanity each day than what it appears to be. Proctor, I am clearly losing my ability to relate with so many others inside myself who I barely remember doing this kind of thing for. Police, tell it to the judge. Proctor, Can it ever happen when someone wakes up too early because some subconscious self can achieve consciousness like ours here right now during what feels like some eternal waking dream?
Don't answer that. No one answer that. Don't feed it. Don't feed him. Alright, good night.